Hey guys, how's it going? I know I did a JB4 mobile app review, a little review, not too long ago, maybe a month ago or so. I can't remember when it was, but I'm just going to go into a little bit more detail just about the app, just the kind of the background of it, fundamentals, what you do on a daily basis, or what I do on a daily basis, what I use the app. But I have it on the App Store, so I have my iPhone here. And it's the JB4 Mobile app. Now it's $27.99 to actually get the app. Once you buy it, you then have to also get the JB4 Bluetooth. You can get the Bluetooth Connect Kit, which I think he's pushing all those from now on. But they actually do sell the older ones, or you can get them from the forums. It's always changing with the creator that did it, so I would check. I have the Bluetooth, which I bought it a year ago. It's a world of difference. You don't have any wires that are running, but if you have the OTG cable, then you have to run it from the JB4 box through the firewall, through your glove box, and then to your phone. So you got that. You always have to have it connected to a cord. I don't like it. I love the Bluetooth. Highly recommend it. Like I said, by the time you spend it, it's just a little bit of a difference, and save you so much of the hassle. So I'm going to take you kind of go through a little bit of the background of it, like I said, and we'll start from the front and start from the beginning, and then kind of work our way to the end of the JB4 app. All right, here it goes. All right, everyone. So once you have the JB4 app and you have the JB4, let's go ahead and pop the hood here. My son's the next BMW driver, as you can tell. The JB4 and the DME is under here, so you have to take the engine filter, the filter off for your your cabin, and then you have to take the cowl off. 2 8mm bolts on each side, 8mm bolts here. These unpop, and then you get to the actual DME box, which slides out, and then you can start. That's where the JB4 is. So once you install the JB4, then when you get the Bluetooth Connect Kit, then connects to the actual box of the JB4, and then the little box on the Bluetooth Connect Kit sends the Bluetooth signal and all the data via Bluetooth into your cabin. So if you can imagine the JB4 box here, I have the Bluetooth Connect Kit little box pointing this way, so that way it sends the signal into the car. That way I have the strongest signal right on my dash area. That was a tip that the creator of it recommended, and that's what I did. So there's that. All right. So you installed the Bluetooth Connect Kit, you're ready to go. You go to the App Store, you type JB4 Mobile, you pay the $27.99, you download the app, you put the app wherever you want. Now when you turn it on, see it says finding BLE device. You have to have the car on to be able to find the device. Okay, and you need to make sure that your Bluetooth is connected on, so that's good. It's gonna keep trying to locate it. And since I don't have the car, you don't have to fully have it on, but you have to have it accessory fully on. But when you go into start setting it up, you have to make sure your engine type N54, N55. So you have to have that, and then your kit revision. This is very important or it won't work. You have to make sure, here's the Rev 3. Rev 3 is the Bluetooth Connect Kit. Rev 2 is your OTG, and your Rev 1 is your original one. So I have the Rev 3 because that's the newest. That's all you have to do to set it up. Everything else will feed right in and go from there. This is where, and then another kind of side thing that I've added, or not added, sorry, that I've done as an option. Let's see here. Gotta make sure I find it, hold on. Disable Wi-Fi warning. So every time it connects, it's gonna give you a Wi-Fi warning. Just click that off. There's really no point of really kind of having that. Then here's where you can change your gauges and your gauge settings, your values of some of your stuff. This one's a good one. Attempt auto connect on launch. That's a nice option. So that way, like what you were seeing, as soon as I launched the app, it starts trying to connect. Stop. soon as it connects. And then here's the wide open logging timeout. So wide open throttle start threshold 70%. So when I get to 70% throttle, it will start to log automatically if the app is on. And I have to be doing it longer than 3 seconds. I can adjust that or completely disable it, whichever. So that's a nice function. That way, if you have it open and you just floor it out of nowhere and you want to do a log, you don't have to worry about doing anything. All right, so we're good there. Jump in the car here. Son trying to get on my lap as well. Turn the accessory power on fully. Don't start the car. You can connect it, or since I already had the app running, so let me go ahead and disconnect. Let me go ahead and close out the app here, and then go back into it. Oh, it's starting to load. There we go. There we go. Sometimes you gotta go out of it and go back into it. All right. Since the car's not on, these gauges are gonna move with it. So since it's connected, I can go here. I can read codes. Let me shut this door. I can go here and I can actually read codes, so no codes found. Another cool function feature is saved code. So anytime I pull something and say you're trying to write it down and you don't even bother trying to write it down, this saves every code and every stamp. So the reason there's so many codes on here, it's all the same code, but let's say you have a code and you hit read and then you check it again, you keep checking it, it's going to do a timestamp for every single time you hit read codes. It is what it is, but I mean, it is there, so it's going to put a record of it every single time. All right, and then you can, of course, you can delete them if you want. So this is where you get to your log. So here I have quite a bit of logs that I've done. Once you click your log, you have the chance of doing a graph. So you can actually look at it in this kind of scale, which it tells you some stuff, but it's not as helpful as doing the preview. Or you can email it. So you do your email. It'll pop up right here. Look at that. JB4 Mobile log sent from a JB4 Mobile for iOS. And there's the file right there. It pops up to your default email. So that'd be whatever you have set up. Don't need to delete it or don't need to send it to myself. You can rename it and you put like whatever you want to name it. The CSV file, this is great. This displays it for you in a CSV file format, aka a certain Excel format. And this is where you can get to the nitty gritty of looking line by line from the timestamp. So if you can see, it does a timestamp. Looks like every 0.25, which is great because you get, it's just so real time and you could really you can check stuff, you can help troubleshoot and all that kind of stuff. And this is very helpful. So if you're trying to export it out to and put it on n54tech.com. If you have some questions about your log, then you can do that. Makes it very, very nice. So went to logs, settings. Here's another cool thing. Once you're connected, you can go to the user, your user updates here. This is where your map 6 boost is. So if you're running a map 6, which that's more of a custom tune, then you can do that. You can change your AFR or your duty bias. Here's some of the other cool things that you can just kind of tweak on the fly without doing it physically on the JB4 through the back way. And you got your boost safety. That's kind of always 18, unless depending on what power you're making, you're going to be changing that. Your default wastegate position, your PID gain, your auto shift, wastegate adaptation, and your fuel open loop, MEF safeties, all that kind of stuff, and then max boost for each gear. Then it kind of goes down to if you're running an N20T map, which if you're a lot higher than around 1920 psi or more. This is another cool feature as far as these are only read only, but it gives your interface version, your VIN number, And then it also gives your firmware version. So your firmware version is what you download. So here's another awesome feature with this app and being Bluetooth. So you have user adjustment, method settings, and maps selection. You also have firmware update. You click firmware update, it automatically takes you to n54tech.com. Once you're on n54tech.com, you will then go to E-Series N54 or N55, whichever you want. It's going to be a sticky at the top. Here is where it says the latest JB4. The latest JB4 firmware is posted here. You scroll down, and I already have 32.4, but what you would do is you would go down to 32.4, which is right here. Save it, and it'll automatically put it open and put the file for you to download, and then it'll automatically start updating the JB4 real time. It makes it nice. It's very, very convenient. So once you're doing that, you can some of the other cool things. So if you know, as far as doing research, or you had JB4, both end buttons, and this is where you can actually do your certain map selections, go through your certain menus. All these menus, I remember a lot of them. I don't, since having the app, you just utilize a lot of the just app in general, not the older way, I guess I would say, but where you can do some of the user kind of adjusting and stuff like that still with there. And then of course that takes you back out. But after you're doing that, so here we can just pretend. So pretend the car was on and I was driving, and I could do a video. I'm going to be doing a video of an actual log, but press logging, how it's in red. It's taking a timestamp right now. Stop logging. I go to logs right here. Here's my new file. I just created it. This is very fast, and it's perfect. And then there's my timestamp. Like, so it created that many that fast. And of course there's the car's not on, so it's just repeating the same data over. But that's just to show you it's very quick, and then it's very easy to do everything like this. So once you're good with that, and you start it up, obviously everything moves, everything goes, which I might as well just go ahead and do it. So I'm already connected. So all I gotta do is turn the car on. And here you go. Car is on. As you can tell, it's trying to get the AFRs just right. Once the idle kind of comes down, then it'll be able to do that just perfectly fine. But you can change all these very easy. So this is your high pressure fuel pump. All you gotta do is click on it, and then you can go through all the different settings. I mean, there's so many that you can change that you want. So it's really just kind of endless as far as what you want to do. So there's that. And then when you turn off the car, it'll kind of go back down. And then you just hit disconnect. You don't have to hit disconnect, but it'll auto take you off as soon as you're out of the Bluetooth range for the car. And then that is it. So hopefully this was a pretty good video for you guys to really kind of experience it. It's quick, it's easy, it's pain-free. It's so much easier to try to do everything with this app and with your 335i or 535i or 135i, whichever you have. You have the JB4 in. It makes a world of difference, especially the Bluetooth. And it beats trying to get the laptop out or do any of that stuff. I mean, this has been the kind of, I would say, the way of the future for this car, just with making things just so much easier. And it can go on multiple devices. So once you buy it once, as far as the app goes, I have it on my iPad mini. You can do that, and then on whatever device that you have. So it makes it nice if you have multiple things that you want to kind of take in and bring. But overall it's perfect, and I definitely highly recommend you guys to get it. So hopefully this video is informative for you. Like always, please like and subscribe. All right, see you guys. Bye.